Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Coming in for just a special episode today because we've had a lot of things happen today that I want to recapture and go over as well. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Hope you all had a great day today and made some money. My name is Mr. Realistic. I'm always going to come and give you the real truth. Nothing of this fluff nonsense about, oh, it's always going up. No, stocks come back too. All right, we want to make sure that it's a healthy comeback and not a tank. So I'm here to help you along the way as much as I can in an entertainment sense. Because please remember that I am not a financial advisor and everything I say and do is purely for entertainment business. So I hope that you all please do your DD as well. All right, so let's get into it. My first tweet out this morning was about line. If you don't know what the line is, I want to go over that really fast. Do not use this for your search into stocks in the OTC world. This is a big no-no. As you can see, these are the most stock searches. All right, and if you can go through here, you can see all these coming up that are on here. All it is people pumping their own stock. So if you go to KNC over here, some of these things aren't even about KYNC. Like QBAN right here, infrastructure. It's because people are tagging these tickers on here, and it's making them get up higher. So you'll get a lot of buzz because people are just sending out a mass amount of tickers and pumping them up. And this is usually targeted by shorts because they know inexperienced traders go here. So don't go here. It's not worth it. If you want to click on these links and read through some of these people's Twitter, you got StockTwits. StockTwitch sucks though. Do what you want to do, but that's my advice. As we come over here, all right, NBRI and PUG should be a good day to dip by. Okay. I am definitely ready to get into NBRI before anything else. Yo, it was crazy on level two. Look at this right here. All right. So, level two, if you don't know, you can get it from your broker and it shows you bids. So, people wanting to buy. It's this side right here, bids, and ask side over here is the sellers and what they're asking for. This was nuts. Absolutely insane. Look at this. 42 million, 28 million, 15.56. They were pushing it up. They just wanted to go. And I believe I have a couple more up here and it sees it. It got up to almost 100 million on the bid side, which is absolutely nuts. They pushed it up over four and they were really trying to get it up. It is pure manipulation. And if you see that, um, you're either day trading it on the way up right there, and then you're hopping out because you'll see what happens later. And I warned everybody about it. 52 million at 3.8. Look, they're just pushing it up along the way. It was getting wild. All right. So, as I said, you want to be careful about that manipulation. All right. And BR dropping after manipulation right here. It ended up dropping all the way down to, I think, 3.1. But I mean, look, it started tumbling back down. They tried to catch it. Doesn't matter. Pushes it back down. These low double zeros are dangerous when you don't play them correctly. So make sure that you are, um, if something looks sketchy, don't even bother with it. It's not worth the risk. Okay, and we'll go over the chart in a second. And then also another big one today was VNTH. VNTH, boom, baby. This one finally got out of consolidation right around here and took off. So they were trying to hold it down for a while. We had a 5-2 on the 68, and they just kept stacking it a couple million on the sevens basically all day. Um, and then this actually got pushed up to a 6.9 and it ended up getting taken out down the way. So there was a little bit of manipulation in there. Obviously, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about right here. So I informed him and he left. All right. So make sure you're reading my stuff if you really want to know. Um, Jpex, we'll get in that one as well. But as we go up here, we had a stalemate going on. So that 68 got pushed up to 69. All right, so they were going at 6.9 at 3.5 and 7 at almost 5 right there. and then almost we had a breakthrough. Look at that. Look at the numbers. This is literally right after I tweeted that out. All right, we're down to 231, 188. We're getting ready to move. All right, it's making the push. All right, so we won't get into CYBL until later. All right, so I tweeted out later. If you see a large green candlestick and you see a nice green pathway behind it, especially for 3 hours behind the original hour, all right, because this is hourly, that's bullish, man. That's going in the right direction. Look at the 8 MA, it's coming up. 21's coming up, so eventually they're both going to scream up, and that's what we want. And I'll show it to you in a second. Here you go. This is my tweet right here. All right, this was at 7-1 right here, and it ended up coming down a little bit. I think it hit 6-9 before. And it ended up going through. All right, and then LEAS made this call. Somebody was asking about it earlier to check it out, so I checked it out. I'm probably gonna check this stock out too. I knew it was out there, but there's so many plays. It's just hard to keep them up with them all. But it was up here. The RSI was super high. We'll see in a second. And then I was like, oh, you might want to watch out. It's gonna plummet. What did it do? All right, RSI was blown through the roof, as you all know. RSI tells a lot, especially on the daily RSI. That's the only one I look at now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a peek over here. We've got the LEAS. Okay, this is LEAS. All right, this is on the 1 hour chart. So this morning was the 12th. So we're looking right here. Okay, so opened up nicely. Let's go and look at the daily on this. All right, chart's beautiful. Look, I mean, look at the indicators flying up, just like I told you. Oh, that's definitely what you're looking for. This is also what you're looking for. It's a clear indication that a sell's coming soon. This was at October 6th. It was at 89.91, pushing 90. That's a guaranteed sell soon. Dipped all the way back down to 80. It's not nearly enough, so then it pushed back up, almost hit that 90 again, and then today plummeting down to 7.5. So if we go back to the hourly and we use our measuring tool right here, all right, we can take the top today. So right here is the top. Okay, let's hit the high. Boom. All right, so high and low for the day is 28.44%. All right, so you're telling me you want to be you you don't want to be up here. You're telling me you don't want to be up here and being almost 30% down before the stock even begins. Okay, so look at this curling down. It's going to come down some more. So it'll come down, cool down, and then it'll bounce up and continue to go once it gets some more RSI cooled. It needs it, absolutely needs it. Too high. So LES definitely good. Look for dip buys. You can see that got eaten up. This is the long wick right here. Right, this is the bottom as low as it went. It went down to 134. Remember that it shows it up here if you hold it over it. So the low was 134, high of 188, and so it got eaten alive at that, and then it ended up closing right here at the bottom of this candlestick at 154. So that got eaten up pretty well right there. Just look at the indicators right here as well. Long wicks. Okay, so coming in here. So the bottoms right here get eaten up pretty well. All right, so LES, probably a good dip buy here soon. I would wait a little bit. Look how this went down some more and it came down and under. This is going to definitely come down some more as well. It's going to have some consolidation before it goes. All right, CYBL. This one right here had a close encounter. Man, look at the kiss of the 8 MA right off of the 21 MA right here. Mwah! That thing just kissed it and went, and I said, you gotta be crapping me, man. I want this thing to go down. You know why I want it to go down? Because I want this thing to run to 50 cents or more, and it's going to need a lot of juice. It's sitting at 61 right now. All right, for this next run, it might have enough in the tank to hit 10, but I want this thing to hit doubles and fly. All right, so this was, if you ever see this, it's all this is telling me right here is the buyers were doing whatever they could the bulls to stop this from doing a bearish trend. Okay, the bearish trend is not a bad thing. All right, this is a great stock. This doesn't make any sense. All right, it's inexperienced traders, in my opinion, that are trying to prop this up because they want the stock to keep continuing to go up. I understand that. But guess what? Unless you're selling out anytime soon, it doesn't matter. Have that sucker come in, get some new investors in here, all right, at a lower SP that they get in. Heck, you might even be able to cash out some of your plays and get some more if you really like it and bounce it back up here. No reason to save this. This is stupid, in my opinion. And as you can see, you know, purely, I don't want to use the word manipulated, but it was definitely maneuvered to make sure that it didn't go down. And as you can see, somebody's trying to make it happen. I would assume the MMs, all right, because it needs to come down some. It does. It's too high right now. It doesn't make sense the level it's at, in my opinion. I mean, look at this. We're talking about right here. You obviously don't want the daily 8 MA to go under the 21. That's very bearish. Worked out for ILUS though. I mean, they were able to make a nice turn, but it doesn't need to be there. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. The stock's going to be fine. It's going to fly on up. You don't need to save it. The stock can do anything and everything it wants to do. All right, so just let it do what it's supposed to do. NBRI, here we go. This is a sucker that was being manipulated today, and this is what stuff like this drives me nuts. Drives me absolutely nuts if you can't tell. All right, if you see manipulation, you see anything like that, don't mess with it. All right, I was so tempted to write it up and just day trade it out, and I was actually talking to another trader about it as well. We were both like, "What the heck is going on here?" I mean, 100 million shares. That's ridiculous. We were both dumbfounded. They were just trying to stop this right here. They were trying to stop that. That's all this was right here because it was going to happen. And it happened anyways. And then when they try to get the support up here at 40, I was staring at it and I was like, it's barely breaking 41. Like they can barely, it took forever to get out of 40 with 100 million support right there. All right. And then see you later, Gator. And it's going down from there. Like I told you all yesterday, I completely think it's doing this right here. I think that it's going to continue to do these little bumps. So expect a little bump right here. I bet you it can consolidate straight flat, just like right here, just like here, just like here. I think it's going to go flat right here. So low threes is a steal, in my opinion. Low twos is great, insanely great buy, or high twos is insanely great buy. And then it'll bounce up and roll. We're looking right here at the 50 MA. That's 30. Okay, so 30 is obviously good. Bounced off of it twice, as you can see right here and right here on the hourly. So I'm thinking 30s are the low. Snagged some at 33 today just because I wanted to have some in my pocket at such a low. And then if it dips some more, I'll buy some more. All right, that's how it rolls. All right, so I'm not going to miss a ride just because I'm trying to get it out there. I'll buy a little bit, not going to buy all of it. And then as it goes up, I'll start to buy more and help the stock, push it up as it goes. All right, so let's look at the RSI for this one. All right, it got all the way up to 77, came down to 70. It's fine in this market right now. Chart's looking bullish. Here we go. The golden cross on the daily is definitely what we want to see. The other trader I was talking about, and I'll share his info as well, because if you're not following him, you definitely should be as well. All right, so we're going up here as well. So 8 MA, 21 MA, screaming up here. He made a great observation of it hitting on the 8 MA all the way up. Okay, so if it was coming all the way up, it was coming to here. The thing is, by the end of the week, this 8 MA is probably going to be screaming all the way up here. So let's just attach this line and pretend we know which way it's going. Okay, so if it's going to touch this eventually, you're looking at 30 right around. If you see it on the right side over here, all right. So I think that 30, 29. If you hit 29, oof, man, it's going to be hard to get it. But if you can get it at that, solid buy, in my opinion. And then it's going to continue to go up. So keep in mind, as the trends go up, this is a great news for this stock, and this is going to propel it. This I believe is going to be a PUGE type run that it currently has. And you know what? With that, let's move PUGE up. All right, so PUGE's over here, PUGE, PUG. PUGE 120. All right. This stock drives me nuts. It's hyped up like crazy. I love it, but I hate the hype, the pump. I'm not about that stuff. So as we look at this stock, as you can see, propped up, propped up, propped up, propped up. And I'm expecting the same thing here. This was shocking to me. And I was like, somebody asked me about it on Twitter later. It's like, well, what do you think of PUGE? I was like, huh. I was like, finally, it's doing something that it's supposed to do, drop. I mean, look at the RSI. This thing's been cooking for a while. We broke over here on the 20th. All right, we're sitting here at the 12th. Okay, we're running close to a month. This thing going to tank if it doesn't take back here shortly. I think the hype's coming down some. Usually it takes about a week for it to come down, in my opinion. So let's look for this thing to touch the 110 level, the 50 MA. That's a buy, in my opinion. Anything below that's going to be swallowed up, I feel like. So I feel that this stock will go all the way up, just like Fern to the twos. Fern hit 262, I think, on the top of my head. Um, it could hit up there. I don't know. Let's see how the RSI looks, how much of a pullback it goes. But no more pullback and just these small little bumps up here. It's going to sell the news and dip hard, just like LEAS did, and dropped all the way here. I think it pukes more like down to here, like massive, massive drop. Once it gets up, like one, if it hits the twos. Keep in mind, Fern went from 262 to bottom nines, 009s. Just a heads up, good stocks do pull back hard. Look where it's at now, though. That's a great pickup. All right, so this would be good. Let's keep an eye on it. Indicators are showing down. I don't believe it. I think they'll get propped up again and continue to fly up. It's an annoying stock, really. It's nice, but I just don't like the pump. All right, VNTH. Okay, this one I gave a shout out today multiple times because this thing has been consolidating a lot, which means that the price is pretty much going sideways. All right, so let's look. It had a drop on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days in a row. Okay, had a slight green, slight pullback. Now we're green again. All right, it's hugging this 8 MA on the hourly. Okay, it is showing very good support level for the last two. Let's see, it closed right here on the 7th. Okay, and then look at the bottom of the wicks. Okay, so it didn't close below there on the following 2 days, and if today it was above. That's a clear indication in my mind that it has very good buying support and that it's ready to make the next leg up. RSI is in the overbought by 72. Like I said, in this market, it's running really hot. We've seen them go up to 90s. 93.5 was the highest of CBL. It got up to 88.68. Now we're down here at 73.57. We're ready to run to a penny. All right, so get ready for that penny run coming on VNTH. It's going to be sweet. So let's go back, look at it a little bit because, all right, so we were right on the 12th right here. There we are. Okay, so we had a big dip. I told you all it was going to get swallowed up. I said you might be able to hit low sixes. You hit mid. All right, mids got swallowed up. There's huge support. Several million shares right around 6.5. Okay, so it bounced right off of there. Had a solid green. Bounced up to the high sixes. All right, and now we're watching the 8MA. It's just going sideways. It's not even bullish yet. And we're at 7.7. So expect to pull back tomorrow morning. It's fine. It's going to be good. But we're in the right trajectory, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 greens, little pullback. Oh, somebody called this large green candle at the end of the day. All right, not toot my own horn, but listen, if you're paying attention, you know what's coming. All right. All you have to do is pay attention and listen. The more that you're following these charts, the more you're going to recognize the things that happen. Okay. That's why I stare at these things all day as much as I can. Let's put it that way. All right. So this is going to come back some, and then I fully expect this thing to break out towards the 80s tomorrow. I don't think past the 80s. If we do, it's going to take some news. And then it could, we're going to make our way to a penny. Let's put it that way. All right, so we're going to find resistance up here around 8.1. Okay, so this line right here, let's hit up the horizontal line. All right, that's where the top of these ones are. All right, I couldn't break this. Notice the wicks right here. I couldn't break it too. So 8.1 is our resistance level. All right, think about if you're playing football and you're the running back. Okay, D line's right in front of you. Okay, they're unable. They try to break it back, and it came back down. All right, they hit you back. All right, you just keep bouncing off of there. And this one, they stuffed you on all these plays. Okay, 8.1 is resistance. We need to get every good running back of every year to come through here and just build this thing up, put the pressure up top. All right, this one was just running too hot. Look right here. Now we got energy. We're cooled down. We're ready to go. All right, so this time it's going to be, we are going to bust through here for a penny. Get ready for it, everybody. All right. Next up are my two long runners, but we got some good news coming through here. Keep an eye on UATG. As I mentioned yesterday, it looks like 2.4 is the best buy right now. Okay, so look how it's holding that 2.4 level right on this line. Okay, so 2.4 seems to be a great buy. So 2.46, great buy right here. Look how close we are to a bullish reversal. So this is gonna, it's just consolidating. And as soon as the consolidation goes, it's gonna fly up here, and we're gonna be making some money. Remember, this is a low floater. Low floater. These things less than a billion or right around there. Any volume, this thing will jump and jump hard. So these things you hold and you wait. Hold and wait. All right, so let's look back here. All right, this is what we're on right now. Okay, so they had this bump, we had this bump, we're right here. Expect this, and then expect this, but at a higher level. All right, or we could be expecting this. Look, all right, we're somewhere in between here. I don't expect this at all. I expect right here because it's been holding very well, and then it's gonna fly up. All right, because the reason I don't expect this is it's following this trend line. If we zoom out and look at the whole trend line, all right, it's following this line all the way. That's why I don't believe this will happen right here. All right, this, no, I believe it's more this. Okay, just because it's following this trend, it's staying up and above. Actually, this one could be even going higher as soon as we get a bump. So keep an eye on that. Let's look at the daily. Obviously, both indicators are bearish right now. If we look at them, short term's looking to change. It's changed once before. Not a big deal. This is, like I said, longer term hold. We should see it month, two. Just waiting on some news. Okay. Bullish long term. Golden cross is holding. It was coming down, flattened out. Great news. All right. Bearish cross, which is fine. That's why it's so cheap right now. Look how it's holding the trend line very well. I put this trend line here a while ago, and this is today. And guess what? It hit that sucker and came back up. So the next one would be right around here. So it's going to continually to go. And once it breaks through that top, adios amigos. All right. So that's why we hold these things. All right. We hold these things because we want, look at that, huge breakouts, huge money makers in just a couple days. All right. Last stock before we go is JPEX. Another great stock here. Let's look at the hourly today. This thing was coming up on a bullish test later in the day. Look, and it crossed and made a bullish mark on the hourly, consolidating. There was a huge ask at 2.5 this morning, 600,000 shares, I believe. That got taken out at 3.225, and then they put another one up for 1.1 million, I believe, at 3.3. So that's the only reason it didn't go up and beyond. Expect this to continue to go up. I expect this one to continue to go up. All right, daily. It is showing a slight curl right here. All right, so let's keep an eye on that. It is not a severe downwards curl. That is a huge red flag. This can change and this could come up. Okay. Notice that the 21's coming up too, so it could be moving this way, moving up in making a northward move uptrend. Geez, I cannot think right now as we go. All right. So keep an eye. RSI. That's why I came back. Cooled down. It's cooling. It's in the go zone right now. So any news or anything sends this thing to 7 cents, 6 cents, something crazy up here. All right. Double. All right. 100%er. So keep your eye on that. All right, everybody. 25 minutes. Woo, man, time flies. All right, I hope you all have a good evening. This is Mr. Realistic. Let's make some money this week, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Bye.